everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Tropic video. I have actually just arrived at Resorts World in Birmingham, which is where the event is today. It's basically a behind the beauty event. So we've been told a little bit about what to expect. So there's going to be some there's going to be like an exhibition of like Tropic through the years and like products when they started to now, how they've developed and where we've come from. And there's going to be a lady who Susie Ma did a facial massage course with, who's going to be teaching us a few things. And there's also going to be celebrity makeup artist Byrony Blake teaching us some top tips where makeup is concerned, which I'm very excited about. And I'm here half an hour early, as in true Charlotte style. I'm early for everything, but I definitely know that I'm in the right place. And actually it was quite good that I got here early because I went and got a bit more fuel for the way back this afternoon, and took me a little while to find the right car park that we have to be in, because basically we've all got to park in one car park because then we get it for free. We get our like ticket validated and we don't have to pay, so that's good. And I know that I am definitely in the right place because I can see other people pulling up now and they've all got something Tropic on them. I can see a Tropic Fest bag on that lady over there. There was a car pulled up next to me a minute ago and she had a Tropic water bottle. So it's always easy to find where you need to be actually with Tropic events, because Tropic ambassadors stand out a mile because they've always got something Tropic on them that is visible. And they're usually dressed quite like I don't know, I haven't seen any tropical outfits today, but they're usually dressed quite vibrant and you can just tell because there's always groups of ladies together. So yeah, Helen I'm meeting here because obviously she was coming from where she lives. But I don't think she's getting here for another 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to head over there because I think it'll take me about 5-10 minutes to walk over, probably get my ticket validated, and then the event starts at 10 o'clock and it's now 25 to 10. So I think there's an exhibition that we can walk around of like Tropic through the years first before we like take our seats and everything and the event starts. So I will capture what I can. I think there's going to be bits that are quite hands-on, so I will try and take you through it as much as I can, because this is actually, I think there's meant to be about 500 ambassadors here today, but this isn't something for all ambassadors. This is something that we achieved last year. It was part of the Dubai incentive. It was like a staggered incentive, and this was the second level of the incentive. So obviously I achieved the top level of going to Dubai, which is in a few weeks. Yeah, so this was the second one, and it's a behind the scenes of Tropic basically, and learning lots of new things that I wouldn't have learned or known before. So I'm very excited to really see what's going to be involved, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. So let's go behind the beauty.
products there, but that is literally the whole surface
That's
area that we had.
The worktop that you had to
That
work
was the
with.
worktop to burn everything. Slightly clearer, but still not quite lagoony. And this is tip number 3. Look at that bad boy. It's so sexy and clear. Really like that.
Sexy!
Look at the lab, look how messy it is. I was probably mates by myself every day in the lab trying to get this. I wanted it to be called Blue Lagoon. Again, trademark reasons, had to call it Pure Lagoon. We put a lacquer on the outside so it wouldn't scratch, but actually 1 lacquer wasn't enough. 2 lacquers wasn't enough. 3 wasn't enough. We needed 5 coats of lacquer on the outside of our colour palette to make sure that it didn't scratch. Impact on the lives of 1 million people around the world in a positive way, and then that carries on. So obviously in order to do that, we'll have to be global one day. So that's the next stage. World domination!
World domination!
Yeah, but there is no limit really, Rachel. You know, I just want to keep on doing what I can to my best ability, making sure that we always stay focused on what's important, focusing on the right things as opposed to just growth, because growth is important, but only at the right moments.
And also, if I can add, actually, you always say, and we talk about the future a lot. We've spent our whole careers doing it, basically. Yeah. But actually, one thing that always sticks with Susie is that she always says that if it isn't fun and we're not enjoying it, we don't do it. Yeah. And actually, we might want world domination, but if it doesn't make us happy, if it doesn't sing in our hearts, then we don't do it. And that's really, really important, and that's why I love to work with Susie, because that's really, really important to me as well.
Thank you. 86, and we've actually got a video to play of Eva for you from this morning.
Is facial fitness expert Eva Fraser, and we've got some volunteers for you this morning, Eva, and needed your help. Eva, but I think the first thing is, and I don't know if television does you justice at all, but the main thing about you is you're 82 years of age, and you reckon that the lovely condition your skin is in is due to exercise, the way you would exercise the rest of your body, or not?
But yes, I do. Because people think it's the skin, but your skin is attached to the muscle. So as your muscle starts to sag, it brings your skin down with it. So as wonderful as the creams are, they can't lift a muscle.
Could I ask you what age you were when you started this?
Well, I was 55. And I did it slightly, but I didn't really do it until I was 60.
Really?
Yes.
And could you actually see reversal happening? Could you actually see your face getting better?
Yes.
Huge.
Oh yes, huge.
Yeah.
So it's never too late to
Never
start.
too late.
Big chunk of flesh here, and then you need to work on the spot pulses, so you're really squeezing those muscles 6 times, and then you come down and relax them 6. And the relaxation down is just as important as the tight squeezes up, a bit like your pelvic floor. And then not to hold the muscle up. They are purely there just to support the smile lines. And just point out slightly to the ears. Now all that flesh above your fingers here, we're smiling out and up in 6 strong contractions. So here we go. So 1, 2, small contractions but tight. 3, 4, really squeeze. 5 and 6. Now do on the spot pulses. 1, really squeeze them. 2, 3, keep your eyes relaxed if you can. 4, really squeeze those muscles. 4, 5, really tight. Keep the eyes relaxed. Keep the forehead relaxed. And now squeeze those muscles 6 times. 1, 2, really tight squeezes. 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now come down slowly in 6. So 1, 2, 3. And then finger pads on the brow. Press into the bone, release the head and neck, open your mouth slightly, and now 6 strong blinks. So, blink, squeeze those lids together and release. Blink, squeeze and release. Blink, squeeze and release. Blink, squeeze and release. Blink, squeeze and release. And the last one, blink, but hold that squeeze, really tight squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. And the final one is the finger pads just above the brows. And just press into the forehead. Release your head and neck again. And then close your eyes, blink strongly, and then squeeze those lids together, but hold the squeeze this time. And then push into the forehead and go all the way up to the hairline while you're squeezing the lids together. And then count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. And then just rub your hands together, and we do the toning at the beginning and the end, and just do about 3 or 4 minutes this time. So starting at the shoulder, all the way up to the hairline, and down the sides of the face, and back again. One continuous move, not moving the skin, just gently skimming the skin, and relaxing those muscles. And then taking the 3rd finger of each hand over the brow, down the sides of the eyes and the top of the cheekbones, and do that again for about 5 or 6 times, and then finish by just gently working down the neck. Oh, sorry.
You forgot about that.
Was that me?
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Brilliant.
But if you do have someone with a lot of darkness, I wanted to kind of share with you what you can use that you've already got in your book. So these are obviously the concealers. Now obviously I've got the kind of bigger ones. Now let me just check the colours of these, because these are fantastic. So we've got shade 5, and I think I've got shade 4 as well. Now, as you can see, they are slightly dark, but that's okay, because what you want is something a little bit orangey or pinky toned. And as you can see, this one's a little bit more pinky, this one's a little bit more yellowy. Now, if someone has a lot of darkness under their eyes, if you go in with the Illuma, it's not going to cover it up. It's going to brighten, it's a brilliant product, but I just feel like you're not kind of doing it justice. So if they do have a lot of darkness, maybe have a little look at these concealers. As I said, I've got shade 5 and 4. Yeah, 5 and 4. And basically choose which one you think works for them. If they're really dark skin tone, then go for the darker one, but you want that kind of little bit of a peachy undertone. That is going to get rid of any darkness under the eyes. So actually, I'm going to take this one here. Even though this is shade number 5, I'm just going to put it in the areas that I can see that bluiness. Just look straight up for me. So I'm literally going to go right into the corner. I really love these fluffy brushes. I know that they're for eyeshadow, but I love them for everything. That's why I have to have about 20 of them. So I'm literally just going to go into the corner here and just down here. This is the only area that I'd say that Katie needs this. And then with your finger, just pat it out. And can you see just the slight bit of difference? It's just knocked back that kind of bluiness. You can go a little bit heavier on the forehead, but kind of try and keep this area quite clean. So making it a little bit smaller by kind of shading those areas. I actually use bronzer most of the time as a contour. So I kind of really like to sculpt the face with bronzer. I just find it a little bit easier, especially for kind of everyday people. I think sometimes contour can get a bit confusing. So maybe start them off with a bronzer, showing them how to contour with that, and then when they get a bit more confident, then you can introduce them to the kind of contour colours, because contour is way more stony colour. So you're kind of giving a shadow, whereas bronzer is to warm and lift. So they are very different in colours. So then I'm going to go on to the cheek area here, and as you can see where Katie's cheekbones is. I'm going to go slightly underneath it. Again, everything is leading back to the ears, so you're giving that lovely lift. Then going a little bit across the kind of cheek area, across the nose, as well as a little bit of sun on our nose. And then the same the other side. Just turn slightly for me. So again, everything has to, like, don't be afraid of really blending everything into your hairline. I think that's one thing that people tend to go wrong with. They tend to get a really big brush, like this one, and just kind of go. I mean, all my friends do that in front of me. I swear my friends do it in front of me on purpose, so they know I'm just going to take the brush off and do it for them. I'm on to them now, I don't. I just let them go out like that. Yeah, haha, yeah, they think I'm not clever. So really kind of like, again, I'm not being precise with it, but I am hitting that area there, and as you can see, I've naturally, if you just turn slightly that way, naturally given her a bit of shading there anyway. And do not forget the jowl area. This is my favourite bit, because this is the bit that you're going to shade and down. So this is going to give your neck a really nice bit of colour, but also slightly hide this bit. I find hands help hide that too, a lot. My mum told me actually, always have a photograph of your hand on the table like this. So that's good plan. You want to make sure that you're looking directly into your mirror. So when you're doing your own makeup, you kind of have your eyes open a little bit. So you basically stop when you can see your eyeshadow popping up. It seems really odd when you're doing it on yourself, because you instantly just want to stick in the bone. But you want to take that a little bit higher, and that's going to really help lift. So just here, as you can see, we want to go a little bit higher than her natural crease line. This is just going to help lift the eye and sculpt the whole eye area. I'm going to stick it more on the outside. Can you see that? So when she opens her eye, you can still see that product. That's the most important thing, especially for hooded eyes. Because a lot of people are like, I put eyeshadow on, as soon as I open my eyes, you can't see it. You can if you just lift it a bit more. Try not to do, this is the other thing that a lot of people do, try not to put a highlighter on the brow bone. It actually makes that brow bone come forward way more. It's not flattering. Some people it works with, some people it doesn't. If you've got hooded eyes, you're literally making that pull out more and sag down. Not ideal. Not ideal if they've got slightly lower lids. Eyes. This colour is going to be stunning. And as I said, I'm going to do a kind of like smoky-ish colour on her, so like a smoky vibe. So I'm going to use the chestnut as the kind of lid. So this is the kind of normal lid colour. She can use this every day if she wants to. It's just a really pretty, easy tone. It's kind of like a heathery colour. I really like this colour actually. Do a lip balm with like a tiny bit of a lip scrub in it. You don't want to go too crazy. A toothbrush can be really good for that as well. Just a little bit, quite a lot of lip balm, a bit of a toothbrush. Wipe that off, really make sure that that area is really clean. My lip colour is naturally quite bluey purple, so I always slightly on the outside just try and neutralise it down a bit. A bit like what you did with the eyeshadows, you just want to take that right down. So, when it comes to lip liner, I'm just going to use strip because I feel like you'll be able to see it a bit better. Instead of kind of starting from your Cupid's bow, start from the outer corner of your mouth. And this might sound a bit strange, but actually, naturally, if you look at the shape of what you're doing, instead of kind of doing that, you're instantly going down. What we want to do is go round, so we're kind of doing an arch. So that instantly makes your lip look bigger by giving it the arch. So what we're going to I'm going to go from the outer corner, and I'm just going on her natural lip line, but I'm taking it a little bit above that. I'm also holding the pencil, not directly to my lip. I'm kind of using the side of it as well, if you have a look. So I'm kind of going half on, half off, taking it to her Cupid's bow, and then from here downwards. Then you can fill in that area. So really blend it. Same with the bottom lip, so take it from the side, and you are just going ever so slightly along the kind of natural lip line, but slightly on the outer side. This is just a really good way, and then fill it in. That's the other thing. Again, blending. Blending's the key to most makeup. So from the outer corner, all the way along, you can really see your natural lip line. You're literally going alongside of that. So again, half on, half off. It takes a bit of practice, but it really does work, and then you can perfect it yourself. Some people like it a lot bigger, then just kind of like do this. I know it seems weird. But that's a really good way of just getting that little bit underneath the lip line here and perfecting that area there. And then again, fill it in here. So really blend that so you can't see that there's a harsh line. You can also do that with a lip brush. But you see, naturally, her lip line instantly looks bigger at the top rather than the side. That's just because I've ever so slightly gone half on, half off. If you really go over the top, it's going to be really, really obvious. This is just a way of doing it, the most natural way of making your lip look bigger. And I just feel that going from the outside inwards is just the best way of getting that natural line. I think it's just the movement of your hand that does it. Just kind of naturally will arch better. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly lighter lip colour and blend that all together. It's actually slightly easier if you're doing red, because then you can go a bit, you can cheat it a bit.
Just going a different way.
But again, a lot of the time I've been doing this now with like more natural colours, and it just looks really nice. And then I'm going to go in, this one's gorgeous, soft petal. Beautiful colour.
Literally using the same as well.
And I'm doing it with a lip brush, because again I can really blend that, starting from the middle.
Oh, I have got a lip brush.
Making sure those colours, that's the key as well. Have a little look.
I think I've gone too much in that.
I mean, I've obviously done it for obviously.
Yeah, same colour. The lady who did my wedding makeup did that. I had peony pop on my lips, and she's put a little bit on my cheeks as well. Not as the sole blusher, but just to tie it in.
Natural
Lovely. I never used lip liner. Good. Wow.
And then to finish off,
you do, they look great. Lips look good. Lipstick on my cheek.
Just finish off, if you didn't want to use the cream blush, that's fine.
Quite like that lipstick on my cheek.
God, I love this lip. Because I've got a really round face and chip lipstick. If I smart with it, I can look a bit Miss Piggy-ish. Not tidy.
Soft Petals blusher is the new thing.
So we're going to go kind of starting this area, then this area here. What you don't want to do is go beyond. If you imagine a line going straight.
I'm coming to you a couple of days later now. Definitely not as glam as I was at the event. No makeup day today, I'm just getting some work done, and I've actually just sat down to edit this video for you. It's Monday today, so I am getting it up a day late, but I'm sure you won't mind. And I realised I hadn't filmed an outro. I just kind of stop dead at the end of Byrony Blake's masterclass, but I just thought I'd come on and just, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Like I said, I got clips that I could, and hopefully I got a few useful hints and tips in there for you for the facial exercises, for the masterclass by Byrony Blake. We had the best day, learned some really good stuff. It was so interesting to see, like, way back to where Tropic started, like even down to their packaging, the magazines, the HQ, everything. So hopefully I gave you a little bit of a snippet of our day, and I managed to condense the whole, I think we were there for like 7 hours down to just about half an hour. If you have any questions about the day or anything like that, then please leave them in the comments below. Let me know which your favourite bit of the video was. Was it the facial exercises? We were definitely pulling some funny faces, but you could really feel them. Was it any tips that Byrony Blake gave? Seeing all the ingredients just spread out on that table was just really lovely as well. And I actually, right at the end, Helen bunged a tamanu nut in my bag. Yeah, so I actually brought a souvenir home with me of a tamanu nut. Random, I know, but you know, we all love our tamanu balm. But yeah, as per Tropic, do the best events ever for their ambassadors, and this one was definitely no different. But thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end especially, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to stick around for more videos from me. I bring one video a week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!